Good afternoon, and thank you very much for joining us on this live webinar. Today, we're going to speak about real estate investment in Spain. But first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Adriana Maria Barba. Along with my business partner, Manuel Vázquez Utzet, we have founded Vázquez and Barba International Legal Consultants. We are a law firm with offices throughout Spain and in several jurisdictions around the world. And our main objective is to make the process of investment in Spain easier for you. I am a dual degree attorney. I graduated law school both in the United States and in Spain. And once I moved to Spain, I specialized in international taxation. I have been named one of the best lawyers, I was going to say law firms, because we have also received that recognition. But I share with you that we have been named one of the best law firms in Spain for real estate investment and for international taxation. And also, I have been recognized as one of the best lawyers in Spain for the year 2024. It is with great pleasure that I share with you this news. All these qualifications are always to better serve you. As we mentioned, our objective is to make the process of investment in Spain easy for you. There is a lot of red tape that the Spanish bureaucracy exposes when a person who's not a citizen of the country wishes to invest in Spain. And our purpose is that this process is made smooth for you and that you are always in communication with a qualified professional and only with one person to facilitate the process of investment for you. Today, we're going to speak about the process of acquiring real estate for a person who's not a national of Spain, or an international investor. As you know, Spain is situated in southwestern Europe, and because of its location, it counts with a climate that is considered exemplary of the Mediterranean climate. It's a vibrant country that is very well known for its majestic landscapes, its history, and unique culture. Spain is one of the most important economies in Europe and is a full member of the European Union and the Eurozone. As an investment, Spain was named by the very reputable magazine The Economist as one of the best countries to invest for real estate in Europe. And there is safety of your investment in real estate in Spain due to the security that the judicial system applies to real estate transactions in Spain. Our services involve all the process of the purchase in Spain from the very beginning, once you are looking or searching for a property, until the property is fully registered under your name. And to reply to the question that joins us here today as to whether or not a person who's not a Spanish nationality is able to invest in Spain, the answer is yes. A person who is not a citizen of Spain or even not a citizen of the European Union is fully authorized to purchase real estate in Spain. The nuance comes because there is an additional set of requirements when the purchaser is not a citizen of Spain, and in addition, when it's not a citizen of the European Union, but we are very experienced in this process. We have excellent relationships both with the financial institutions that are involved in this process and also with the government institutions that will grant you all the documents that are required prior to the purchase, during the purchase, and after the purchase for the payment of taxes and the registration of your property. We make sure that the process is run smoothly from the very beginning until the very end. And if you are a person of from a country that the language is English, you will be personally dealing with me for the whole of the transaction. Our objective is that you have the less stress possible as you make this investment. And we have identified that one of the main stressors when somebody decides to invest in Spain is that they have to deal and coordinate several professionals. We take care of that work for you. And for any and every question that you may have throughout the process of acquiring your property in Spain, you will speak directly with me. We have a whole team of professionals in our office, including real estate attorneys, licensed real estate agents, because we are also a licensed real estate agent. So we can we can provide for you licensed real estate agents who are fully bilingual and that can also assist you with the search of your property. In addition to accountants and junior lawyers and administrative professionals, but they are all part of the team that supports me. We have the compromise to always communicate through one interlocutor, and that interlocutor will be me from the beginning of the process to the very end, saving you the coordination of several professionals as you make your investment in Spain. Our services start from the time that you decide to make an investment in Spain. We have several properties in our portfolio, and that range from a variety of prices. We also have not only residential, but also commercial real estate in our portfolio. So you will be able to choose from a variety of properties regarding of what your interest, the geographical zone of Spain, and the kind of rentability that you decide to obtain for your investment in Spain. And also, if you decide to do it for personal use, we can find a property that meets all your desired criteria. So we make sure to find you your ideal home, even if it is for investment, as well as it is if the intention of that property is for it to be your second home. Once we have identified your property within our portfolio or outside our portfolio, we ask you to grant us power of attorney. With this power of attorney, we will be able to obtain the documents that we need in order to complete the real estate purchase. Namely, we need to obtain for you a foreign ID number. This number will be required for the whole of the transaction, also to open your bank account in Spain, and also to identify yourself in front of the tax agency. Once we have that number, then we proceed to open a bank account on your name in Spain. The purchase of a real estate asset in Spain always has to be associated with a Spanish bank account. Depending on the jurisdiction where the funds come from, the process of opening a bank account may be longer or shorter. And it is very important that the professional that is guiding you in the opening of the bank account has an excellent relationship with the bank that you decide to work with, because this process, if not carried out efficiently, may take weeks, even months. Once the bank account is opened, then we have to make sure that the funds that are required to complete the purchase are in Spain. And this is a process that may also take several days, depending on the jurisdiction where the funds come from, because any and all funds that enter the European Union have to pass diligence report to make sure that they comply with the anti-money laundering regulations in place in Europe. Once the funds are in Europe, namely in Spain, we, with the power of attorney that you granted us, are able to complete the real estate transaction for you. And this means draft the appropriate contracts to make sure that your deposit and your funds are secure, even if there are delays due to the bureaucracy. Sign on your name the purchase deed of the home, and then pay the corresponding taxes so we can register the property under your name. At this point, I want to invite you to post your questions. We are streaming on different platforms. In any of the chat box that you encounter, whether it is on LinkedIn Live or on Instagram Live or in Zoom, and I will make sure to reply to all your questions prior to ending. We're going to be here for approximately 5 more minutes. Once we have completely paid the taxes of your property in Spain, we make sure that the property is fully registered at the property registered under your name. It is very important that this process is completed correctly, because if the property is not duly registered under your name, then it might continue to be subject to encumbrances or liens from the prior owners. Once we have the deed fully on your name and you are a homeowner or a property owner in Spain, depending on the value of the property, you can apply for a residence permit in Spain as an investor. As a foreigner, you are allowed by Spanish legislation to purchase any kind of property in Spain, regardless of the value. So we have clients that purchase a beach apartment for 200,000 euros, or that purchase a parking for 250,000. But if the property that you purchase is of a value of €500,000 euros or more, not only the person who is the owner of the property, but also his or her significant other and any independent children are subject to receive, after application, a residence permit to live in Spain. The great benefit of this residence permit that is obtained through investment is that it doesn't require that the investor, neither his family, lives in Spain for the required 186 days out of the year, as it is a requisite for any other kind of residence permit in Spain. This residence permit is commonly known as the Golden Visa. And not only Spain, but several other countries in Europe also offer this residence permit. And at this point, I want to tell you that after I personally have lived in Latin America, in the United States, and in Spain, it is my personal opinion, and that's part of the reason why we offer this service in Spain, that Spain offers the best quality of life for any person willing to make an investment. So when you decide to invest in Spain, you're not only making an investment that is safe and secure due to the strength of the judicial institutions in the country, but you are also making an investment that may improve your quality of life once you decide to live here. Spain has the best public health system in Europe, only second to Germany, has an excellent work-life balance, work-life balance. It has a very high expectancy in life and is one of the safest countries in the Western Hemisphere. So if you are planning to make an investment, not only based but on the rentability of it, but also for the significance that it may have in the improvement of the quality of life for you and your children, because also Spain has one of the best universities in the world, and public education is of high quality and universal and free of charge, Spain is your destination without any doubt. At least from my personal experience, I can personally guarantee that you will have a significant improvement in your quality of life once you decide to make an investment and plan your future to live for you and your family in Spain. The real estate investment, so as I was saying, can either be of any amount for any kind of property that you find, but if you decide to purchase, to make one or several investments that amount to a minimum of €500,000, you and your family will be granted a residence permit. We will also assist you with this application and with the obtention of the permit itself, and even accompany you to all the appointments in Spain that you need in order to receive your actual resident card. As an additional benefit for persons who are of Latin American descent, this residence permit and the time that you reside in Spain count for time to apply later for Spanish citizenship based on residency. And in the case of persons from Latin America, different from any other person in the world who has at least 10 years of residence in Spain prior to applying for citizenship, after 2 years, so only renewing the permit once, you are allowed by law to apply for citizenship. The law establishes a 1-year processing time for the applications for citizenship, so you can make a plan to invest in real estate in Spain, and in an approximate 5 years obtain a Spanish citizenship. And we will be happy to accompany you in every single step of the process, from the time that you decide to invest in Spain, while you purchase your property, while you obtain your residence permit, then the renewal of the residence permit, and then your application of Spanish citizenship and the obtention of your Spanish passport. It is always a good idea to have an additional passport to the one that it was given to you at birth. With the state of the world, it's always safe to have an additional plan and an additional passport that will open you doors to start living and working in any other part of the world, may the situation in your actual country change. And with the obtention of a Spanish passport, you will not only have the doors open for you to Spain, but for the whole Eurozone and the European Union. So if it is your interest to purchase real estate in Spain as a small investment, to purchase real estate in Spain for the obtention of a golden visa as an investor, to start your path to obtain a resident card, or to get citizenship after having invested and resided in Spain, please feel free to contact us. It will be our absolute pleasure to accompany you from the very beginning until the very end of the process and to become your lawyers for any legal and business need that you may have in Spain. You can always schedule a private consultation with me, sending us an email at info@bvilc.com, which is the same email from which you received the invitation for this webinar. We will see you next Tuesday on the next series of our live webinars, always aimed to inform you about the options to invest in Spain, obtain your residence in Spain, or become citizens of this wonderful country. I invite you to schedule a personal consultation if you have additional questions. Again, our email is info@bvilc.com. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday.